I think that now that Marilyn would have been in her 90s, that there's more people willing to speak, and I was able to get those people, and I think that I was able to put together the most comprehensive biography that you can in this time with the information that's available. I was interviewing, his name is Curtis Taylor, and he's the son of the producer of The Misfits. And he was a child when The Misfits was being made, and he was on the set. He knew Marilyn a little bit. He was like 12 or 13 years old. So I was interviewing him about that. And while we were talking, he just mentioned casually that he had the famous nude scene that people thought was destroyed, that was long speculated about, and he had it in his filing cabinet. Now, to him, he just said it so casually, I don't think he realized what it was, but as a journalist, my antenna went up, and I knew it was something special. Marilyn Monroe lost footage is like the Holy Grail. But when you say Marilyn Monroe nude, it's like two Holy Grails. She was doing this love scene with Clark Gable, and the scene called for her to be in bed and him to come in and kiss her. And they did take after take of him coming in and kissing her, and she had the sheet covering her. And then in one take, she let the sheet drop. And I think that for Marilyn Monroe was so insecure. She always wanted people to like her. And the one thing that she was rock solid in, with all her lack of confidence, she knew that her physicality was pleasing to people, that people like to look at her, and people like to look at her body. So it was something she could give. She can give to the people on the set. You know, look, I'm making the movie better. I'm showing you my body. And also to the world. The director, John Huston, thought that it was distracting. But the producer, Frank Taylor, thought that it was so groundbreaking and so extraordinary that a major mainstream actress would do that. He saved it. She was born illegitimately, and her mother was in and out of mental institutions. On the rare occasions when she was with her mother would show her a photo of a man with a fedora, handsome guy, saying, "This is your father." At that time, Marilyn was shuffled from one foster home to another. She was in orphanages. She felt like she didn't belong anywhere. And her father came to represent security and someone who would love her and take her away from the kind of miserable existence that she had. It's very sad because when she became an adult, she did try to contact him, and he wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't see her, and he said, "Talk to my lawyer." So he wouldn't recognize her as being his daughter. And I think that Marilyn spent her whole life trying to find a man to be a substitute for her father, someone who would be a savior, someone who would protect her, someone who would comfort the little girl that was always inside of her. For some reason, she just connected to him. She felt a kindred spirit with Warren Beatty. So she started talking to him, and she said, "I'm 3'6", and I'm frightened." And she said, "My life is becoming more and more disorganized. I'm becoming more and more unable to sleep. And I'm up all night, and I'm sleeping during the day. And everything I try, I just can't control it." And Warren Beatty, people don't know this about him, but he, although he had this lady killer image and he was really good looking, he was very shy in front of a lot of people, and he had a little bit of a vulnerability too. And I think that's what Marilyn recognized in him. So that's what made her open up to him. Marilyn had this thing, it just called out to people. It made people want to protect her. And that feeling of protection reached Elizabeth Taylor in Rome. And she called Marilyn and she said, "Marilyn, everything that you're going through, I've gone through. The studio has tried to put the blame on me for the delays in Cleopatra. They're trying to put the delays on you for your film, Something's Gotta Give, and it's wrong. We're not to blame for the studio's financial troubles. So what I will do is I will walk off this film in solidarity with you I'll call the press. I'll tell them I'm walking off because Marilyn is being treated unfairly. That's an astonishing thing to find out about Elizabeth Taylor, that she would hold up this epic movie. That's how much Marilyn affected her. That's the effect that Marilyn had on people. And Marilyn said to her, "Oh, Elizabeth, thank you. But there's no reason for us to hurt both of our careers." And Elizabeth Taylor said to her, "Well, if there's anything you need, Marilyn, let me know, and I will make sure you have it in 24 hours. She had that kind of power, Elizabeth Taylor. And Marilyn said, "Thank you." And then Elizabeth Taylor gave her a word of advice. She said, "No matter what they say about me, no matter how they criticize me, I just smile and I keep on walking. You do the same. Just smile and keep on walking." Elizabeth Taylor was able to do that. Marilyn wasn't.